that shit. Anyway, basically, as you probably gathered, what I'm saying is basically, ninjas were any other assassin. The name was from another country. It sounded fancy, so it got brought over here as something. But not really. And Sho Kazuri, here he is now. There he was back in the day, being all awesome and shit. Because I can't deny the man was awesome. Even if, yeah, that's how he looked when he didn't have his mask on and doing this character. But these were just ordinary Chinese weapons. There was no ninja in existence. They didn't exist. They never did. I mean, they did, but again, they were just fucking stupid ass. Low grade fucking assassins. Any other assassin. They weren't like the killer of all and shit. They weren't like, only a ninja can kill a ninja. Nah, I pull out a 45, I put a bullet in your head, you're fucking dead. I don't give a shit what your job is, okay? That's like saying only a fucking bank teller can kill a bank teller. No, bullshit. They were assassins. They were good assassins. I will give them that. They were downright awesome. The thing is, they were just assassins. There was nothing special about them. There is no woohoo, the assassin. Which is basically what the word ninja means. Assassin. They were not expert killers, divine ass kickers, destroyer of worlds. Because some asshole put on a fucking mask. They were just men and women. They killed people for a living. They didn't have any particularly extra skills. They were no better than anyone else. They were just there. And the whole ninja training is like, and it's like the way martial arts have become in other schools. Like, they become shit. Like, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, this martial art is useless, that one is, because I've seen them against people from MMA. The thing is, though, is that those schools have changed themselves to fit when the way to make money was to have people win tournaments. And tournaments went from when they were badass in the 60s and 70s to touch karate. Like, first person to hit, like if I hit you first, I win. I get the point. You see, they became point systems. They became things for sport. They were no longer fighting arts. And jiu-jitsu and judo never did that shit. Jiu-jitsu especially, because they didn't give a fuck about competing in any of these stupid-ass tournaments. Judo did, but it was still, more on the skill, the fancy, so it was still kind of kick-ass, and that's why jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is still kick-ass, because it was the fancy made into effectiveness. Because they took the original fancy style of judo, which was taken from the actual style of jiu-jitsu, and just typed up the technique so the average person would want to do it because it looks more clever and more cool, and it was effective, but it was pretty and safe and shit, so you could get the average person to get into it, but it was still effective. And so one of the guys doing it needed money. He was in Brazil and shit, and he started doing like fighting and shit. So he made it less fancy, more deadly, and just put actual strength and power into it instead of just on the technique. And changed, calling it jiu-jitsu again. And then eventually he got with the Grace family. One of them was a promoter. And created Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and that's how that came about. He trained his oldest son so he wouldn't be weak. And it got passed on, generation to generation that way. More so I hear from legend. That's why jiu-jitsu is so badass, and why you'll never see a ninja in a fucking goddamn mortal UFC fight. And also, why all these other martial arts are losing. It's not like Wing Chun was weak or ineffective in its day. It's just that you've now been forced to do this bullshit because you're used to keeping a person from grappling so you can keep pushing them back and not realizing that keeping a tighter defense is better because most people don't lead with a grab. I'm not going to try to rush you and lock you around and waist lock you to throw your ass down. I'm going to hit you first, or I'm going to kick you, or chop or something. I'm not gonna walk up and just, you know, put my arm around your neck. I mean, based on the Hilton boat. Okay. Like I'm going to kick, cut, and then toss. Very few people nowadays are gonna just grab your ass, strangle you, and drop you on your ass, or any of that shit, or grab your head, turn you down, and beat the shit out of you. They're gonna first punch, kick, leg strike, punch, slap your ears, put you in that shit like that. You know, I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything. I know a little here and there. Has my shoes completely upside down. But the thing is, most of these arts aren't effective because they were changed. And Ninjitsu never existed. And looking at the stuff I've seen from Hayes, I'm sorry Hayes, but one of your guys went into one of these tournaments, he'd get his ass handed to him. And they have balance. That's what they did. When they did the ultimate test of different martial arts, what was best in this, that, and the other, the Ninjitsu won balance.